Should I add a Khan with it? It's on your
Well,
handle.
it's a very good question. And I because my old work credits were under the name of Khan,
Yes.
I call myself Khan for work and I call myself Goldsmith in every other aspect of my life. So for the purposes of this interview, which is about the film that's coming out, let's call me Khan.
Khan. And I think for every Pakistani, you will always be Khan.
Well, my children are Khan, so
yes,
it suits me to be Khan for some purposes.
Yeah. Jemima, you've spoken extensively about this film being a love letter to Pakistan and the need to drive a positive narrative between Pakistan and the Western world. But I'm going to dig a little deeper. Why did you feel that need? I mean, I'd love to know what instances were you drawing upon when you were writing the film?
Do you mean instances where I have felt that Pakistan has been negatively portrayed?
No, instances that you experienced when you lived in Pakistan, that you carried 20 years with you.
Well, so what I was actually responding to was, friends of mine in Pakistan lamenting the fact that in very successful, well-known films like Zero Dark 30 or TV shows like Homeland, the Pakistanis are always the baddies, the shady ISI operatives, the terror, there's just, and Pakistan generally is seen as a very black and white, scary place, mostly in the West. And my experience of Pakistan, obviously politics aside, was of a very warm, hospitable, loving population who embraced me and it was very vibrant and colorful. And so I wanted to show the music and the color and the old buildings and the architecture and recreate things like Yusuf Salahuddin's Haveli on screen for a rom-com in the streets of London. So it was really that motivation, because I feel as though we've all seen the bad stuff. We've all seen the darker narrative, particularly in news stories and on our screens. And I wanted just to show a different side.
So how have your friends responded to it? I mean, they must have seen it by now.
Pakistani friends?
Yeah, no. Your British friends.
Oh, British friends. Well, I've got really nice friends, so they're all going to be nice about it. Everyone's been really friendly and nice, and supportive and enthusiastic. But the main thing that has touched my heart so much is to what extent British Pakistanis have shown up for our film. So far, we did an exit poll. I don't know if I'm even allowed to say this, but we did an exit poll outside cinemas, and 60% of our audience has identified as South Asian in the UK, cinemas in the UK, across everywhere, Birmingham, Manchester, the diverse areas, but also Chelsea. I mean, they looked at all the cinemas. So, and the response has just been overwhelmingly so lovely and positive and kind about the film. So I think people understood what the intention behind it was. Absolutely. And have responded to that. And it's been very touching for me, really like a very moving experience. And I felt like, I don't know, it feels like I feel kind of closer to Pakistan than ever in a weird way because of this experience.
We really feel like you never left.
I know. It's once you've been there for 10 years, you're there forever.
You're there forever. Absolutely. Jemima, you're a documentary filmmaker and you've done some really hard-hitting series, award-winning. Why did you choose this genre? I mean, because people would regard it as a chick flick, rom-com. It is, at the end of the day, fluff, which we love. But will it get the impact that you're hoping for? I
mean, listen, if you want, brilliant documentaries about Pakistan, you already have a double Oscar award-winning Pakistani documentary maker in the form of Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy. I'm not going to compete with her. And you're right. I normally make documentaries and I make them about serious subjects. So, for example, I made a documentary TV series about the Adnan Syed case, about an American boy with Pakistani heritage who was jailed for life for supposedly, allegedly killing his high school sweetheart, ex-girlfriend, and was put in jail largely because of Islamophobia, because a white American specialist said in the trial, or so-called specialist, said in the trial, oh, Muslims do honor killings. And so on that basis, with no DNA or any other evidence, he was put away for life. And he's only just got freed, partly as a result of the evidence that came out in our documentary series. And so I understand the importance of documentaries, and that's why I make them. Yeah. But I also think that making a film like this one, where you want to provide a different view of a country, sometimes you need to do it with a lighter touch. So I felt that you could get things across with humor, possibly more effectively than banging people over the heads with it. And Freud said, a joke is just the truth with a smile. And I felt I wanted to do this story with a smile.
Yeah, we're very happy with that choice, actually. Can we expect other films coming out drawing from your experience in Pakistan, a biopic perhaps? Sometimes.
Oh my God. Can you imagine if I did a biopic?
Well, I'm going to take the liberty of asking you that if you ever did think of a biopic, who would you want cast as yourself and as Imran Khan?
Oh my God. No, I don't think I would do a biopic. I think that it's so difficult because you have to think about how other people will react. And it had to come out of my head as a fictional story. But obviously it's drawn very much from my experiences in real life. And some of the characters are based on people in real life, and the stories and the anecdotes. And I've even stolen some of the lines that I heard in real life. So it is real in that sense. But no, I don't know who I would get to play me. I wouldn't want to be that presumptuous.
Oh, getting the cast together must have been an ordeal. Or was it tough? Was it easy? Because you've got some award-winning actors on board. You've got Emma Thompson, Lily James, you've got Shabana Azmi, and of course Sajal Ali. And I'd love to hear that story. When you made that call to Yusuf Salahuddin, what was the brief? That what kind of a character do we want?
I actually was looking at those texts the other day because I was showing Sajal. I just rang Yusuf and said, we need a beautiful, nuanced, intelligent, versatile actress who can rival Lily James. It was really important that the arranged marriage candidate, who was Pakistani, was every bit as interesting and gorgeous as our white female lead, Lily James, because I had felt that quite often, even in films that I really love that tackle this subject matter, that have come out in England or in America, the arranged marriage candidate can seem a bit of a joke character. Like, that it's never going to work and they're not for real. And I really wanted people to understand why this boy, our lead character played by Shazad Latif, the character of Kaz, I really want people to understand why he agreed to the choice so readily.
Yeah.
And Sajal does that. Like, you meet Sajal, you see Sajal on screen and you're like, marry her.
You're rooting for her. Absolutely.
She's a brilliant actress, don't you think?
Absolutely. She's one of our finest. I mean, she's